What's up guys, Pro Gamer back here with another Minecraft video, and today you guys have been leaving in the comments how do you use the testfor command, so that's what we're going to be explaining today. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe and hit the bell icon to go ding 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 to never miss an upload, and without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay, now in the first person, you may notice we've got a bunch of redstone bits behind us. This is the command block if you don't already know, and we've got a bunch of items that we're going to be using in today's video. So now I'm just going to grab everything I need and start the tutorial. Okay, so with everything equipped that we need, the command block. This is the thing that makes all of the shenanigans happen. So it's really easy. There's a lot of different block types. You can choose impulse, chain or repeat. So those basically chains you want to repeat. Is it on top of another command block like so? Therefore you would change it to chain. But the block type we're going to be using today is repeat. And this is where we add the testfor command. So you just want to go testfor. Quite simple, isn't it? And then you can do @A. It gives you a little sneaky peeky down here. As you can see where I'm going up and down. @S is self. So yourself will only affect you. @P, nearest player. So if you're the nearest player, then it'll affect you. But if someone else is the nearest player, let's say we're on multiplayer and someone's closer to the command block, it'll affect them. A random player, doesn't matter where they are, they'll still be affected if it's a random. And @A all players, which we're going to be using today, and @E all entities. So that means things like cheeky chickens, cheeky sheep, and also the slimes that just bounce around basically. So back to our command. So now we've got basically what we need set up, but there's nothing really except for command set coming up in the chat, which is not really testforing anything. So needs redstone is one of the main parts. So if we put a lever, which levers put out a redstone output. So if I just connect some redstone to a lamp and then click this, the lamp turns on. Because this is a redstone source, as well as a redstone block that also lights up the lamp. So this is a redstone source. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yes, you only need one. It's not like you need 3 to actually activate one lamp. So this will be coming in a future video. Right now we're focusing on the testfor command. So we discovered that a lever is a source of redstone. So if we click this, it's found me. So because I'm the only player in this world, it's only going to find me. So this is now testing for the entire vast world. As far as you can go, this tiny command block will still be activating it, and you'll find anyone in that radius. We, however, do not want that. So what you can do is you can go into this menu that some of you may not have. If you're on Java Edition, it'll definitely be on your keyboard, but you want square bracket, R, just the R, and then equal sign. It's actually quite near to the 0 and next to the delete button if you're on Mac. And also also then we want to put in our radius. So do you want it to be working from here, or do you want it to be working from all the way over here? That depends on what radius we put in. So radius counts on however many numbers we put on. I'm just going to get a random block. Say if we go, for example, 10 blocks away, and we type in 10, it will affect us from here. So I'm probably only going to do 5 to see how this works. Obviously you can go as far as you want, or you can go as short as you want. You can do it as little as 1 block away, which I would not suggest, but as the sun is setting, yeah, we really don't want to be doing this at night time, because then there'll all be creepy crawlies around, and let's just say no one likes those. So now we've got our command block all set up. We've got our radius. Now, click this lever. It's found me. And I can see someone in the comments saying, Pro Gamer, what am I meant to do with this? Is it just going to say found in the chat? No, that'll be coming later in this video. Right now I'm just explaining how to set up the wonderful testfor command block. Then you can have a lever or redstone. Now this is a really good one. I use it all the time, but there's another setting you can use. It's called always active. So if I press always active, doesn't matter if the lever's on or off, it'll find me. So you can just see found Pro Gamer being spammed in the chat, so I'm just going to turn that off for a minute here. Oh, it's lagging the server now. Sorry guys if my frame rate is dropping. So just wait for that to calm down. There we go. So something really good you can do is go into your chat. This is where you can say hi or chat to your friends. If you're not on a speaking platform like Discord, FaceTime, Skype, Zoom, all that good stuff, you can just type in the chat. But this is command block output, so we want to type game, that's not how to spell game rule command block output, and then we want to change it to false. So now we go into it, it's always active, it's not going to put the crazy code. But now this command block has been made useless. Or has it? As you can see, if we get ourselves a comparator, we can test for when I'm in a radius, and it'll send out a redstone output. Obviously very slim, so I'll put a repeater in, and that will make sure that it gets there. Can I, Mr. Slime, please, I'm trying to do a video here, like if you, yeah, go that way, that's a good idea. So, we've got our basic redstone system set up, but what you have been sending to me is how can we use the title or say block, because you obviously don't want found Pro Gamer or your name spammed in the chat a million times, so you may want it to be useful. Now obviously, as we demonstrated, it can be used for redstone, any type of redstone, for example lamps. It is a very useful redstone system. You can also compact it, it'll go down to 2. So I'm going to put my command block here, and then this time we want impulse. and this time needs redstone because we don't want this going off and in the chat. So what we're going to do is we have our comparators, and as we showed, this produces redstone sources. So what we're going to do is type in title at A, so we want at A to see the message. Title, and then your message. So I'm just going to say, hello world, and then when it turns off and I walk back up to it, it'll say hello world. And while this is activated, it won't say it again. But once I walk outside that radius for it to turn off, and when I walk back in, it'll say hello world. We can also change this. If you don't want a full screen display, okay, this is getting annoying now, we can actually change the command block to say. What are you going to do with say? Like, I thought you could just type hi in the chat and get away with it. Yes, you can, but some people are a bit more lazy. So as you saw the exclamation mark, that's a bit of a hint. But then we can type hello world like we did before. And then when we walk outside the radius, bam, boom, hello world. So if you've seen something like this that you've never seen before, make sure to comment hashtag ProGamerTeam, because this, you can barely find it on YouTube. It's a very interesting factor. Now you can see other redstone bits and bobs in my inventory, especially redstone torches that we have not yet used. How this will work is it will work like a comparator. If we put it under, it will still be lit up. But all we need is bam, it will produce a tiny output without a repeater. And if you didn't know that actually repeaters, if we get our source, redstone can run for 15 blocks. And every block, it'll get weaker and weaker and weaker and darker. And then once it reaches its limit, it'll go dark, completely dark like redstone is when you just place it. But then if you have a repeater, it'll make it 15 power again. So this will probably be 10 power and this will be 15. Maybe even 5 the way this is going. But this is again 15. It's a long way away from the power source. You can also have them on delay. So if I put mine on delay and I put my redstone source a bit closer, because you don't want to see me walking up and down to that lever, do you? So if I turn this on, it'll wait for a while. So by the reaction time since I've hit the lever, bam, it'll turn on the light a lot slower. So that's what repeaters do, but also redstone torches can be used, and they're a much cheaper option. You see, in this circuit we've got going here, this redstone dust will turn off this redstone torch. But because redstone torches, when they're on, are sources, it's only when redstone is produced. So I believe how you make a redstone torch, tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, you put sticks on the bottom and redstone on the top. And there you have it, you get a redstone torch. But for repeaters you need quartz, you need observers, and that's a lot of hassle early game. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the same circuit, but with this. This is just for survival. Actually, if you haven't noticed, you cannot get command blocks in survival. So when you type in chat in survival, you can't place them down. And sometimes you won't even have cheats on. If you have command blocks can be used on, obviously they can be used. So now we've turned this off because we're in 5 blocks. But how it acts like a repeater is because if you didn't know, redstone torches, very simple. I'm going to do a quick example because you're getting tired of these examples, I know. I can hear you in the comments, guys. Don't worry, I got you. Looks like a raid of slimes here. So what they do is they turn on when there's no redstone power, but when there is redstone power, they turn off. And it doesn't matter how much redstone power they have. Say if I bring this out by a lot, and you see it's very little, it will still be activated. So if you make 2 of these in your world, that means, it's obviously turned off because I'm in the radius, it can still be done with redstone torches. So then I'm going to say, sheep, because we just saved a lot of time and resources. So if we go back in, it'll say cheap. And that's what we wanted it to say. So if I've covered everything for you, make sure to leave it in the comments down below. If you want something else, just say hashtag help me and I'll reach out to you and make sure you get a say on what my next video you can be. Yes, it is cheap as well. It's actually very cheap, it's free. So I hope you learned a lot from this command block tutorial. Obviously make sure to drop a like and I'll see you in the next one.